Welcome back to Travel Show Live. In our remaining moments, we've saved the best for last. We're headed down to Lincoln, Nebraska. Jeff Mall is here. Hello, Jeff. Welcome to Travel Show Live. Oh, sorry.
Eric, a wonderful good afternoon from the heartland of America.
Well, thank you very much. And you know what? I appreciate the fact that you're watching the stream, correct? Oh, yeah.
I am, yes.
Oh, very good. And do you notice how lovely my gray sport coat is?
In fact, I was just trying to find online a place that I could find one here locally, but I'm not sure I can do it.
Well, now I'm glad you mentioned that, because it is custom made by custom men here on West 57th Street in New York City. So when you come to visit us in studio next time you're here, you can get yourself a suit.
Well, I'll get you my measurements over the weekend, and we'll get this lined up for the next 6 months.
Just send in the measurements. That's fine.
You're going to buy, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll pick up the tab. Gary loves that when I say things like that. Now, welcome. In all seriousness, thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate it. We've been talking. You don't know this. We've actually been talking about you for the last couple of weeks. And I said I want to have.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I said I want to have Jeff on. I'm trying to figure out the right week, and I said this is the perfect week for him. So thank you for being here. What do we not know about Lincoln, Nebraska? That's the first question. What do we not know about it?
Well, I'll tell you what. I think one of the first things we know that people are aware of right here is Husker football.
Yep.
But what we look at is, from a Convention and Visitors Bureau standpoint, is what's unique in Lincoln, Nebraska as far as attractions and food. And I think we've got some neat things to talk to people about on a day-in and day-out basis, including our International Quilt Study Center.
On the surface, that sounds like, well, that could be interesting, but when you do a little bit more research on it, you find out that actually is interesting. Why is it interesting?
Well, what's interesting about it is it's the one and only International Quilt Study Center based at the University of Nebraska on an international scale, and their exhibits are internationally known. We have visitors. This just opened up 2 years ago, and we have visitors coming in from all over the country as well as internationally to see these collections.
Nice. Nice. So you're bringing them in. That's good. And then when is Rib Fest? Since you just reminded me, when does that take place?
Rib Fest will be the middle part of August. It will be the 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Okay.
Right down here in the downtown area next to Pershing Center. Love ribs. I think ribs are kind of you can't go wrong with ribs.
No, I'm with you on that. I love ribs. You don't get to be a 36 or 37 waistline without trying, Jeff. I mean, that's why.
There's probably some of that barbecue sauce you were talking about earlier probably could be lathered onto these ribs.
But please, no slapping of anybody's grandmother. That's not good. I don't know what that guy. He was nuts. That's pretty funny. All right, if we're coming by, how long should we stay? What can we see Lincoln in an extended weekend? I'm assuming, is that right?
Yeah, I think, Eric, it's a pretty good bet you could probably hit everything we want you to hit in probably 3, maybe 4 days. What we really do a good job here of is getting people into the city and then doing kind of the hub and spoke things to do around our community and some of the smaller other communities across the state. And there's just a lot to see that a lot of people, I think, fly over and miss when they're jetting by us on I-80 every day.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of those things, if we're gonna hub and spoke, if you will, what are we going to be seeing?
I'll tell you what, right here in the city, we recommend people take a look at our Nebraska State Capitol, one of 3 or 4 skyscraper state capitals nationwide. The only other skyscrapers out there, state capital-wise, are in Louisiana, North Dakota, and Florida. Mm-hmm. We have the Schleich Red Wing Pottery Museum, if you remember the old butter churns that go way back.
Sure.
Those were manufactured across the country, but we have a pottery museum in here featuring that. Mm-hmm. The National Museum of Roller Skating, Lincoln, Nebraska, here.
I love that.
Who knew?
I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, it's the old metal skates that you and I probably grew up on, Eric. We didn't skate very well, but we tried.
Still don't skate very well, but we did try. Yeah.
That's right. We've also got a pipe organ company and museum here in town, the Obedient Pipe Organ Company. Mm-hmm. They manufacture a lot of the big pipe organs nationwide that you'll see in the churches. Mm-hmm. And we also have the Smith Collection Museum of American Speed.
What is that? I have no idea what that is. What is that?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's the world's largest collection of antique racing engines as well as memorabilia. If folks out there are familiar with the company Speedway Motors, Speedy Bill Smith has his personal collection on display. Over 500 pedal cars from 1890s to the present is one of the featured attractions out there.
Are people surprised when they come to visit at how much there is to actually do? And not to be
They are.
disrespectful. I mean, I'm from Des Moines, Iowa,
No.
so listen. I understand when people say Des Moines. What's that all about? I've never been there. I don't know what's about. But people are surprised when they come by, right?
They're very much surprised, and I think as we started the segment, we talked about Husker football. A lot of people know we have the Huskers here, but when they dig down into the history of the Prairie Capital City, which we're known as, they find out more. A lot of the great food that we have. One great item we suggest people dig into before they leave
Yes.
is the Runza sandwich.
Okay, I'm lost on that. Yeah, what do you
Okay,
got?
let's think about a Hot Pocket, Eric. Just a little bit about a Hot Pocket.
All right, I got a Hot Pocket going, sure.
It's a bread pocket filled with cabbage, beef, sauerkraut, cabbage or sauerkraut, onions, as well as secret seasonings.
Okay.
All wrapped up in a doughy pocket. It's a German tradition.
Yeah.
It started here in Nebraska. The Runza restaurant chain in Lincoln in 1949, and it's something a lot of people are shipping across the country frozen because once they have them, it's kind of a must part of their palate.
I have to say, if you're going to send over your measurements for your suit, could you also drop a couple frozen one of those things in there? I'd like to try
Say
that.
what you can count on it, my friend.
I'll tell you what
we'll
I'll do.
get you.
If you actually do that, if you figure that out, I will definitely either take a still picture or some video of us eating that here at Travel Show Live. Because
Well,
that
I
sounds
could handle-
fascinating. Nobody has any idea except the people that have tried this before what we're talking about. So I think we have to shoot that. So will you send them over?
Well, we'll definitely do that. We'll plan on getting you something out here definitely within the next 2 or 3 weeks.
I love it. I love it. What's the website we can go and visit a little bit?
Our website is very simply lincoln.org, and you can find out about a lot of neat travel packages and more about our community. We have over 4,200 hotel rooms ranging from upper scale, mid-scale, down to the lower-end hotels for everybody.
Love it. I love it. Jeff, thank you for doing this today.
All righty, buddy.
I appreciate it. Have a marvelous rest of your week and weekend, okay?
We'll hope to talk to you soon.
All right, thank you. I like that guy. He's a nice guy. Lincoln, Nebraska. Who would have thought? He's going to send over the frozen, I don't know what the hell it was, but it sounded really interesting, and I think we should, right, Denise? You and I are going to sit right here and eat those. We'll put it on tape.